nucleus of the Roman social formation was Italy, and later the entire Mediterranean. The Roman Empire covered most of Europe, a large part of fertilecrescent Asia, and North Africa, and thus spread over 3 continents. Historians have a rich treasure of information for studying the Roman Empire. These sources consist of texts, documents, and archaeological remains. The sway of the Roman Empire stretched over a vast territorial expanse. The Mediterranean Sea was its heart. It separates Europe from Africa. The sea was under the Roman dominance. The Roman Empire controlled the regions which were located on its northern and southern sides. In the life of the Roman Empire, the 3rd century constitutes a landmark, dividing the empire into 2 phases called early and late. The period till most of the 3rd century is called the Early Empire, and the period after that is identified as the Late Empire. The Roman Republic lasted from 510 BCE to 27 BCE. During this long period of nearly 5 centuries, there were significant changes in the structure of the Republic. Between 280 BCE and 146 BCE, Rome was constantly at war. Again for 70 years, from 100 BCE onwards, it witnessed a series of violent upheavals. Roman people were fed up with the chaotic conditions of the Republic. These conditions served as a bedrock for the rise of monarchy. Octavian, who was called Augustus Caesar, after 27 BCE transformed the entire character of the Roman state. He emerged as the unchallenging leader of the Roman Empire. He undermined the institutions of the Roman Republic. He established a permanent dictatorship which developed into a monarchy. Augustus was careful not to hurt the sentiments which the people had for the Roman Republican traditions. He cleverly retained the outward form of the Republic but altered the actual content of the Roman state. He had no royal title like king. He was called Principate. He ruled as a princeps, which merely meant first citizen. This was done to demonstrate respect to the Senate, the body which controlled Rome when it was a republic. Also, he retained most of the political institutions. Theoretically, at least, the authority of the ruler was based on the consent of the citizens. The ruler was the embodiment of the republic. In practice, this meant that the ruler had to have the sanction of the Senate and the army. The 2 are the main players in political history, besides the king. The Senate and the army gave the stamp of legitimacy to the ruler. There were, thus, 3 main components of the political structure: the ruler, the Senate, and the army. Augustus ensured a proper balance between these 3 centers of power, thereby putting an end to the long period of instability. Augustus worked for concentrating as much power as possible in his own hands. With this end in view, he changed the character of the system of granting imperium. The imperium was the authority vested in an official for performing executive, judicial, or military functions. It was given for specific task, duration, and area. In the Republic, several officials held the imperium simultaneously at any given moment of time. Augustus limited the imperium to just one person, that is, himself. As the holder of imperium, he was designated imperator or commander. The imperium of Augustus was for an indefinite period and was valid throughout the empire. Augustus modified some of the official posts. Instead of using the army for protecting the city of Rome, he depended on special armed contingents called the Praetorian Guards. Augustus' age is remembered for the peace it ushered in after a decade of internal strifes and centuries of military conquests. Augustus reorganized the administration of the provinces and subjugated the various tribes. He initiated a policy of settling Romans in the northern and western parts of Spain. The reign of Augustus has been described as a long and glorious era of peace and stability. It was defined by the term Pax Romana, or the Roman peace. The change in the situation after 27 BCE was so dramatic that Augustus was looked upon as the savior of the Roman Empire. The state projected Augustus as a semi-divine person. His predecessor, Julius Caesar, had been recognized as a god. As the adopted son and successor of Julius Caesar, Augustus was declared a child of divine person. Augustus used Caesar, the family name of Julius Caesar. Caesar eventually became a title of all Roman emperors. The term survived in different forms up to modern times. The terms used by the Prussians, Kaiser, and the Russians, Tsar, were derived from Caesar. So in this video, we have covered the political evolution under Augustus Caesar. We will look into society and culture of the Roman Empire in the next video. If you find the video helpful, do drop a like and subscribe for more content like this. Thanks.